Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm going to try this one more time. Maybe it's the whole StreamYard. Maybe my connection isn't good enough right here. So I just wanted to hop on really, really quick and just share some insights that were catalyzed and triggered on from the Gold Room group's chat entitled Sifting for Gold. Sifting for Gold. And just barely started this chat yesterday, and beautiful, beautiful sharing of energies and dialogue and all of that. So if you guys are not yet part of the Gold Room group, which tends to be a sharing of videos right now, but I would like to kind of morph it into something a little different. But in the meantime, there is a chat, hey guys, entitled Sifting for Gold. And that's what this Ria on the Run message is actually about, sifting for gold. And like always, life is always presenting us with all of these different energies, not just through relationships and personal interactions, but even in the woods and in nature and your job, through your coworker, through groups that you've joined. Um, we are always interacting with energies, and all of these energies really contain multidimensional information aiding us in balancing and creating harmony within energies on this timeline, but obviously multi-timelines all at once. And so everything has that availability for us. And what I wanted to say is, regarding this, it can teach us so much, especially personal relationships and let these guys go by. when we are really being vulnerable and exposing ourselves, it takes a lot of courage and strength. But you guys are all masters of that, and you guys are warriors of light in that way. And part of a warrior of light and part of a master is to continue the sifting of energies. And the sifting of energies is how does our outside reflected energy through relationships, through jobs, through groups, through our environment, what is it showing us multidimensional? The mysteries of all of life really are present in our now. Just like when we breathe into our heart space, our heart portal contains all the dimensions, all of the information of our eternal self, of our higher self, of our God source self. And it only makes sense that everything before us will also contain all of that. There's no separation, as within, as without. This is just coming to me fresh right now. A new way to describe this. So our sun within, that we always bring our awareness and our hand to our heart or our breath or our meditation to our heart space to connect. But even when we're not connecting in that way, because spirit is abundant and limitless, it is connecting to us through our reality, through our groups, through our chats, through our platforms, through our work, through our children, through our relationships, husbands, wives, what have you. Our vehicle, everything. Everything is also a reflection of that multidimensional capacity that holds the mysteries. And we don't need to know what all those mysteries are at once. We don't need to know it all at once. We only need to know what is applicable in this moment. And that's what this message is about, opening up. So when something has triggered you, and you guys all know this, you're masters. If something has triggered you, catalyzed you, caused upset, put you in a defense mode, guess what? We're sifting. We're sifting through those layers of energy. We're learning something about ourselves. If we go within and allow those energies to be felt, we're going to learn something, whether now or later. We might say, what? We might have something happen in our life and you're like, wow, that took me by surprise. I didn't expect to react like that, what, for better or for worse. It teaches us about ourselves. It teaches us about something about us, not just for this timeline, though, multidimensional, because you could have an episode or a situation where, holy shit, why did I react so strongly to that? Because it catalyzed, triggered, opened up a spark within you, it activated you to release and bring something into your awareness from another timeline that you're holding that energy in a cycle, repeating now, that we need to let go of or just bring to our awareness. Comes a biker full speed ahead. And what a gift and what a blessing. So if we can understand the mechanics of why this is happening and what a gift it is and how it's a gift, a lesson, an opportunity to learn, which simultaneously releases our mastery. Hey guys, good morning. Please share out. Whew. And I just I'm blown away. I keep saying I'm blown away and how thankful I am and how everything amazes me. And I'm not just like spewing that. It truly is because as we go deeper, the light becomes stronger. Is that not a paradox? The deeper in the dark or the deeper we go, the more we allow, the lighter it gets. And that's just the way spirit operates. And some of us yearn for that spiritual communication outside of us through an angel, through a loved one, through a ghost, through just through our clairs, knowing, hearing, seeing, feeling, smelling, tasting, oratory, the scent of smell. And what we need to know is spirit is never separate. It's always communicating with us, but it's up to us to open up to allow that communication through a biker going by or through a conversation you overhear or through a marker on a tree or through a pine cone that just hit you in the head. Any of it, spirit is always one with all. We are one with all, but we are moving from that mentality of separation, like my cross breath where the sun is coming up over the horizon and it's a cross, and as we become more light beings, we're allowing more the fullness of who we are, and it's just dissipating all separation. It's dissipating the veils, the illusions of separation. And as we are embodying more of that, we already were that, but we're allowing it through the physical, through our ascension, through our conscious awareness expanding. We are more and more and more integrating and understanding that integration, that there really is no separation between the physical and the spiritual. So that spiritual or that thought you just got, guess what? That could be your grandmother speaking. And I know you guys are already privy to this, but that's just an example. Or um, everything contains all of the knowledge, all of the physical, all of the spiritual in this moment. And spirit speaks to us through those moments of now, through the sun, through a raindrop, through the umbrella falling down, or through getting a flat tire, or what have you. All of it, if we allow and don't react immediately, this is where like our ego or our old thoughts and beliefs and ideas and judgments and criticisms and all of that stuff come to the head, come to the light. So if we can sit back a little bit and say, oh, geez, do I really need to get so upset, or do I need to get so mad, or do I need to be so forceful in what I feel or believe or teach or what have you? It gives us an opportunity to look at that and say, yeah, I might feel forceful because as a kid I was never acknowledged and I got to like just stand up, or I took a lot of responsibility and I'm used to being a leader and I just got to stand up and lead the way and take on all the responsibilities and not delegate because I can't trust because I was let down in the past. So little things will bring that energy sifting through those layers that we kind of like ignored because we've been working so hard on our gifts and our spirituality. Well, there's always a layer, there's always a little sediment. When you sift for gold, you need perseverance, you need patience, you need to be able to just sit there and observe and look for that gold. And that's what we're called to do right now. As we shift through this portal, as we shift into this new timeline, as we shift into creating the new earth, we're sifting and we're being patient and we're observing and we're not overreacting and taking that sifter, like maybe the people that went out into the West and sifted for gold in the rivers and stuff. They didn't give up immediately, throw the damn thing away and say, shit, I quit. I'm done with this. This is bullshit. I'm never going to find that gold. and, and it's just, Spirit is saying, just hang in there. And yeah, there are times to obviously walk away from certain things. Let me walk over here. There's people coming. Um, so yeah, so sifting, allowing what is before us now, our interactions, and allowing it. And because we're allowing, um, they're saying allowing new ideas, new thoughts, new insights, new ways of understanding, because we're releasing. You guys are all leading edge, cutting edge, breaking through the barriers with your light, permeating every little nook, cranny, opening up doors, showing your light in areas that have not been exposed for eons. That's what you guys are doing. As a master light blaster, you're exposing your light through eons. But what exposes the light is sifting through the gold meaning light, the gold meaning the treasure, the energy, the light within you. And that is activated by something opposite of that, or something that brings something to our awareness to activate that. So I just really wanted to share that. Um, it's what we go through, whether you consider yourself spiritual or not. We're all spiritual beings living through our physical vessel, and you guys are all spiritual, and you know that, or you wouldn't be listening to me. You would have like just floop, 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 just went right by me. And we all are reflecting those rays of light for one another to see, to be tangible, or to be brought into our awareness, for our light to shine, to embody even more of our mastery. You guys are master light blasters, meaning that you allow yourself to sift through the gold. You've allowed yourself to say, hey, why do I react this way? Or, oh, this is really a gift. I'm fucking mad as hell, but thank you, Father, because you know what? It's exposing something for me, something I am now ready for, something I'm ready to deal with that I wasn't before because my light wasn't as shining. It's always there. It's just kind of contained in a box. Open up the box and zoom, then you see so much more. Put a flashlight under a couch, you're going to see a bunch of dust bunnies or a lost sock or something you thought was gone forever. And that's what we're coming into, our God source energy, our gift, something that we have been yearning for, and we knew it was there intuitively, and we've been searching and seeking outside of us for that communication of spirit, for that communication of God, for that communication of all that we are, but it already was within us. And that's what we're opening up to, guys. And you are ready for that. That article, that way of being, your God, your angelic self, was never lost. It just was taking a little nap. And it was allowing the physical to go through what it needed to go through in order to come back again. So we're wrapping up many, many cycles. And part of all of this, like I said on the live the other day, was coming to your own discernment, trusting in it, and having confidence in it. Because as we go creating anew, we're taking all of these reflections of energies, examining ourselves, sifting for the gold, and then we take that gold nugget and we're stepping into our future, or we're allowing it to raise our frequency, to shift to the reality that now matches that pan of gold. We've sifted through a lot and we've allowed it to work for us. We're allowing the dirt to come to our awareness like the gold miner. It's going through the screen, and what is left and what sticks and what resonates is what we take with us. We don't have to take everything with us. Some of it is to be discarded, and some of it is to be integrated. Some of it is to make us realize what we're not and what we are, but it is all serving the greater whole of our light, of our gold, of our of our mastery of coming into the fullness that we are, guys. It's so beautiful. We already were everything we've ever been searching and seeking for. You know how they say what you're looking for is right beneath your nose? It was right here in us. Wow. And that's what that awareness is coming to. We are allowing so much light that we now can finally see ourselves. And it's always been knocking on our door, knocking on our door. All right, guys, let me just see here what we got. Leona, thank you, guys. Please share out if you don't mind out. Mind out. Mind out. Mind out. Tasha and Gina and Lauren and Leona. I think I said Leona. And Kimmy Siegel and Kimberly Fleming. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys are all, when we share and we express and we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we give others the gift. We give ourselves the gift, but we give each other the gift of the reflection of our own energy. Our own energy manifests, whether it be through a child having a temper tantrum, that child is showing us a child within us that is crying for help. Whether we see it through somebody who is shy, that shy person is just helping us to connect to that shy part of us, of something we really want to be stronger and more confident about. And so we give each other the life experience. We give each other the experience of ourself in the physical. It doesn't get any better, guys. And you could say, well, it'd be better if I didn't have to deal with it and I could just be in heaven. No, no, no. You guys are warriors. Warriors are equipped. They came for it's not a fight, but to me, it's more of a releasing of the light. And no, no, no. We came for this because you guys are very passionate, energetic, expressive. Even if you don't think you're expressive, you are in some way, shape, or form. Again, release the expectation of how you think it needs to be released or expressed or created. You express yourself just taking a walk down the trails. You emit a light. And someone might be walking by and say, oh, wow, I really like those shoes. And then they stop and say, hey, where'd you get those trail runners? I've been looking for a pair like that. Then you start a little energetic exchange and activating of codes held in the sneakers And this is such a good example. The sneakers or a catalyst or a trigger, they're actually allowing multi-dimensional information to come through in communication and dialogue between one another. That is how powerful and potent everything is. Everything. Go to a cashier and you're checking something out and you have an engagement. You've just activated or shared some multidimensional information. And it's up to us if we want to open up or allow or not in the mood right now. That's all fine and dandy. But just to be aware that everything is multidimensionally speaking to us. Our spirit is speaking not just in us and in our heart, but everywhere before us, as within, as without. And boy, I just love the way once I open up too, the floodgates, like the dam, and then all of this other information moves behind it. So whenever we do take physical movement in our discernment or our ideas and sharing and taking a certain direction and having the trust and confidence in this idea and in whatever we just discerned within us and following through, we allow all of that other energy behind it to come forth like a snowball. But I don't want to think of a snowball. I want to think of it more as opening up a dam and like that light up there, releasing that light to push through. And sifting for gold is doing that. It's like we're like this and we're just removing any little residual sediments so that that light can push right through the screen fully. So this light within us can shine, illuminate, emanate, penetrate everything before us. So sharing and taking action again is also very important when inspired to. There's a time to rest. There's a time to, that season song. There's a time. I don't know. It's an old-fashioned song. And there's a time, the time song, there's a time to be quiet, there's a time to rest, a time to grow, a time, whatever. There is a time for everything. And so allowing all of it and knowing that it's still working and not having to push or look because we already are it. We're not going to take a little flower and try to open it up and pull out the petals before it's time because it won't even be developed and it would look stupid. And so same with us. We're flowers blooming and every cycle is necessary. And I think I'll end it with that. Abuelita Mamacita is part of the Sifting for Gold chat. Thank you so much. And Gina is in. And if any of you guys are interested in Sifting for Gold and just sharing your light and joining a supportive group of Master Light Blasters, just go to the Gold Room group, ask for an invite. And I've invited. So if you guys got an invite for Sifting for Gold, that's just me. It's a Gold Room group, and a lot of you guys, or a small group right now, and it's really a group for those that are on a very conscious mastery trajectory. And it doesn't mean that you're a teacher on stage. You just are a master of yourself. You don't need to be out in the public. You just need to want it for yourself. But then that's going to reverberate and shine out anyways. All right, guys, so what am I on? StreamYard? Let's see here. And me and Jahida are going to be coming on doing a live shortly, so keep the lookout for that. Extremely wise, intuitive healer. She works with Ryuk, which is a Sasani, like Bashar. He seems like almost like a younger version of Bashar. But anyways, hoping to do a live maybe this weekend with her as well. And let's just focus on that sun as that physical marker. As that activator, how they always say the sun activates us, gives us codes. How they say ditch the sunscreen and allow the light. While we're ditching the sunscreen can be even like those old ideas, thoughts, beliefs we had about ourselves, ideas how we thought the world needed to work. Well, guess what? All of that is leaving. We're allowing that to go, and we're activating the remembering of higher frequency information, and that is our new foundation. That is our new foundation, guys. It's you. It's through your discerning, through your confidence in it, through your allowing it to flow through you. All right, so let's just take a breath in to the sun and connect to your light. Allow it to activate. Allow all things in your life to activate you. Allow all things in your life to work for you. Allow all parts, the dark, the light, the sharp, the soft, the dull, the black, the white, all of it is needed. All of it is needed in perfect harmony and balance for that new creation. The creation, meaning that line between the yin, the yang, the black, the white, the feminine, the masculine. And as we step through this portal, we're literally stepping into a new foundation of creation. Whatever we're bringing forth, it's a new foundation. It's a new idea. And it only could come through you. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.